Hey guys, welcome back to Not Timmy 66. Today we have a rare opportunity. I got a whole list of questions. Today, guys, I'm going to welcome in a real Amazon delivery driver for an interview. So sit back and prepare for some excellent knowledge. Today, guys, we have Jim Bob. He's been a Amazon delivery employee with a contractor, which I won't name, for several years, and just want to welcome you. Welcome.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. What is this?
Well, welcome, and I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out to actually go ahead and answer some questions. I've got quite a list, and I don't want to waste any time, so let's go ahead and get right to it. How long have you worked for Amazon, and what do you think of the whole process as far as the benefits, the pay, your work-life balance, those things? How important is that to you, and how has Amazon really helped you reach those kind of goals?
What is this? I like cheese.
What? Stop touching the camera lens. You're gonna get it all dirty, man. What's wrong with you? You can't answer some simple questions in regards to Amazon delivery? Come on, man. I thought that's what we agreed to here when I let you back in the house.
Let's see. I like good cheddar, American, Swiss, Havarti.
All right, just never mind. This interview's over. I think you know where the door is. See yourself out. Good morning, YouTube. How the heck is everybody doing? Happy freaking Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a great day. I want to welcome everybody to Not Timmy 66. Thank you for watching another exciting episode. And guys, I'll just start this out by saying, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. The goal is 1,000, and we're up to like 358 now, so we're getting there. So tell your friends, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. All right, now we got business out of the way. Let's chat. So I had a comment that I want to respond to again, which gave me some good ideas for some content today, guys. And really the discussion is going on about, what's the better job? United States Postal Service? Amazon, FedEx, which one is better for you? Which one is, going to be the one that you're going to stick with and be happy with? I got some thoughts on Amazon because I've worked there before. Got some thoughts on FedEx Ground. Worked there. Well, not at Federal Express, but I worked at FedEx Ground. Got some thoughts on that. Also got some thoughts on the United States Postal Service. Let's get into it, man. Now, some might say, and they would be right to say, that I am taking this Amazon job because I need a job. Now, it's not out of desperation. Not really. I've explained it a million times. My wife has an excellent job. She works from home. Bills are paid. It's nothing like that, okay? But it's my constant desire to want to not only create really good content and share my life adventures with you guys, but to get out and do something. I'm just not built to be sitting around, right? And if you don't know, I'll update you. I have my training begins Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so got today and tomorrow, and then off to the races as far as training goes with this new DSP, or delivery service provider. Watched a couple videos on it. You know, is it worth it? Do they work you too hard for the pay and stuff like that? And I have to kind of tend to agree with some of those opinions out there as far as Amazon goes. They do work you pretty hard, and the way their technology works, sometimes it can be so frustrating that, especially in apartments, and you guys will get to see that firsthand, that you sit there and start to wonder to yourself, is this really worth it? Is it something that I want to continue to do and make a career out of? I don't know. And even working for a good DSP, like I did last time, most of the people there were either doing it on a part-time basis, or it was something to get them by until something better came along. And it's because of not necessarily the job itself of delivery, but the equipment is, and their equipment's pretty good, to be honest with you. At least the last contractor I worked for, the equipment was pretty good. Not like FedEx Ground, I'll tell you that much. Woo! But their equipment, for the most part, was pretty good. But their electronic technology, as far as what they call the Rabbit, it's this little cell phone thing that you carry with you that has a geo-fencing system that sucks. Sometimes you pull up to deliveries and it won't let you deliver, even though you're right in front of the house or the apartment, because it says that you are not near enough to it to make the delivery, and you have to force it. You have to turn the Wi-Fi off. It can be a real pain in the butt, especially when you're just trying to move along and do your deliveries. Now, I've heard there's been some upgrades to that system, and let's hope, and we'll find out, that they've improved that a little bit, right? You would think with Amazon, with all their technology and their automated warehouses and all that stuff, that they might get the delivery side down a little bit better to make it a little bit more efficient, right? So that's one thing that really kind of turns people off. There's ways around it. There's ways to cheat the system, but it's just a pain, man. Get your equipment working right. That's my opinion of it. But I will tell you one thing that's a super positive about Amazon. You know, I guess most are starting at $17.50 an hour if you're experienced and stuff like that. It's weekly pay. And they got 410s. Yeah, during those 4 days, you are going to work hard to earn your money, right? But they also have a 40-hour guarantee. So making the drive in doesn't suck as bad. And you got a good work-life balance, right? You got 3 days off to spend with your family, your wife, your kids, your significant other, your friends, whatever it is that you like to do. And that's pretty rare to have that kind of work-life balance in a full-time position. So 410s is a definite positive for Amazon. And the weekly pay. The benefits, I haven't really looked into, so I can't tell you there. But that's my synopsis. Now, I'll be taking you guys with me on Thursday when I go to training, and we'll answer a few more questions on that. Now, FedEx Express, I've heard, is a good company. It's very demanding, and a lot of you guys that have worked or do work for Federal Express, not Ground, can probably answer a lot better than I can questions about that. But I can just go by my experience with FedEx Ground, and for me, I can tell you I worked for 2 separate contractors with FedEx Ground, and they both sucked. One was basically over-demanding and crappy equipment, and the second one, you guys know that story. Just go back and look at my videos. First day, last day, solo with Federal Express Ground, to kind of give you a clue on that one. So, my own personal opinion, call me jaded, call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. FedEx Ground is not a good place to work. Side note, I'm at Whataburger, and it sounded like she asked me if I wanted a condom, but she meant condiments. So easily distracted. And the reason, guys, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on FedEx Ground is because I spent a whole lot of time videographing, or whatever the word is for that, video documenting my excuse me, I had to pause it. I sneezed. Whoa, Corona. Just kidding, not Corona. Wow. Anyway, I spent a lot of time documenting my adventure with FedEx Ground, and both times I've tried it has not worked out well. So FedEx Ground and me just don't really get along. Now, if you work for FedEx Ground and you totally love it, that means that you probably have a really, really good contractor that you work for that really cares about the people and really takes care of them and makes sure that they have good driving equipment, safe equipment, and good routes. One thing I will say that is better about FedEx Ground than Amazon is their routing system that they use is a much better system than Amazon. It doesn't fail you as much. You can switch the route around, and you can kind of plan the route the way you want to run it, which with Amazon, you don't have that ability. Also, another really positive thing with FedEx Ground is that you have the same route. So generally, once you are there long enough, they will assign you your own route, so you get used to it. You can move fast and get it done on a pretty timely basis. Their pay is pretty decent as well. Their benefits, again, it's going to depend on the contractor. So not trying to totally bash FedEx Ground. I'm just a little jaded because I did not have a really great experience with FedEx Ground. Now, Federal Express, I really have not had much of an opportunity. I know that they have good benefits. I've looked deeply into the company. I've looked at just like the reviews and stuff like that, as far as, you know, how happy are the employees there, and how overworked do they feel, and, you know, what is the pay based upon the compensation based on the work that you have to do and things like that. And I've heard pretty good things. Now, of course, you're always going to hear bad things about companies as well as the good, but Federal Express is definitely, in my humble opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong because it's just my opinion, right, is that FedEx, as opposed to FedEx Ground, is a much better gig to work. There's a lot more longevity there. There's a lot more benefits because you are actually working for the company, Federal Express, as opposed to working for a contractor on FedEx Ground. So everything I have heard, and I'm sorry, my camera lighting is horrible right now. I do apologize. I got the sun beating in at a weird angle, and it's kind of washing me out a little bit, which you guys probably enjoy. So let me turn it around. There we go. That's a little bit better, I hope. So that's the difference. And I've done, you can see, go back and look at my videos for comparisons of, from FedEx Ground to Federal Express itself, and see what I mean by that. I've done breakdowns, pay breakdowns, benefits breakdowns, and things like that. So I would say that Federal Express is actually a really good place to work. And correct me, those of you that might have had bad experiences, feel free to comment, man. This is a discussion, not just me yakking at you, right? We're a community, so I want to hear from you all. Let me know what you guys think of my opinions on this so far, and we'll move on to the elephant in the room. The United States Post Office. Yes, the USPS. Now, I'm not going to name the person that left me a really excellent comment. She is a former employee of the United States Postal Service, and I mentioned her before, but she always leaves such good comments. Always gets the old ticker thinking and makes me want to respond. And she brought some things up that are pretty darn interesting. Now, she worked for an office that was absolutely horrible, and with USPS, it's kind of the luck of the draw. You can definitely get an office where you just work with a bunch of people that just don't really care about you. They're just trying to get, you know, as a CCA, which is a city carrier assistant, they can work the dog crap out of you, basically, and tell you you're still doing it wrong. And this isn't the only, this person in particular I'm speaking about is not the only one that has said that they've had that experience. I have had conversations and back and forth comments with other folks that basically have been told that they suck, even though they're putting 110% into it. They're doing the best they can. And so you can get bad offices, you can get bad bosses. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because it's a government job, everybody there is jaded, or what the problem is. But the different offices that you can go to work for can and will suck in some situations. Then I have other people and you see other YouTubers out there that do USPS that absolutely love it. They have absolutely no problem with their office. They love the job. They're go-getters. They get out there, they make that money, they bring in that overtime, and they're providing a damn good, really good living for their families. So USPS, I think, is more of a hit and miss, right? You can get a great office and have a wonderful experience, or you can get a really shitty office and have a horrible experience. No matter how hard you try, it always seems like you're doing something wrong. And, that is a risk you take. Now, as far as any of the other positions, that's just the CCA position that I'm talking about, that I have experience with, that I've worked with. My office, for the very short time I worked there, was a good office. Everybody was nice. Everybody was helpful. There's a couple of a-holes there, but you know what? There's going to be a-holes wherever you are. It's just how you deal with people, right? But another thing about the United States Post Office is you work all the time. There's people that work 9, 10, 11 days straight in a row without getting a day off, and maybe they get one day off, and then during that day off they may get a phone call to come in and help. So there's that. And speaking about the United States Post Office technologically wise and stuff like that, or however the word is that you use, their technology and staying up with the times and stuff like that, I agree with a comment that was made that the United States Post Office is pretty much behind the times. Their equipment is outdated. Their LLVs are old. They break down all the time. They've had those things running since the 80s. I know that they were talking about revamping, and they might already be in the process of revamping their fleet. I did read an article that at one point they were going to go all electric, but they've decided that the cost is way too high for that. So they're going to have some electric vehicles, and then they're also going to mix it in with the regular combustion engine vehicles, and that's got some environmental people up in arms, and but they're just like, hey, the cost is way too high, right? So I don't know if they've awarded that contract or not. So I know in some aspects they are actually working on building up their technology, but at the same time, it ain't so great. It's pretty antiquated and old. And another question was brought up, which I did some research on, about actually the pension plan, because the United States Post Office is one of the rare breeds that actually does have that has a retirement pension plan. And I guess there's been some rumors out there that it's not funded properly, or that it may not pay. And on that, I'm not 100% sure. Now, I did read an article that states that it is like guaranteed through the government for that. And that guarantee can only be changed by a vote of Congress. So, there's that as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it's rare in this day and age to actually have, let me get a little better, guys. There we go. To actually have some kind of a pension plan at all. So, it's a good thing if you've got it. Obviously, at my age, I'm not really looking at that for retirement. There's going to be other avenues for retirement that I'm going to end up having to look into, because I am 55 and I don't know if I got enough years of work left in me for that. So that's what I know about the pension plan. I'm not going to sit here and address rumors one way or the other. I just looked it up and did some reading on it and was informed basically. I believe it was in Forbes. It was a Forbes magazine article. I could be wrong on that. I should have wrote down the source so I could tell you guys what it was. But As far as I know, their pension plan is guaranteed, and it would take literally an act of Congress for them to change anything within that pension plan, as far as making sure that folks are funded on the medical side as well as the retirement side. And a final thought on that would also be looking at the MHA positions, the plant positions, the mail handler positions, the PSE clerk positions, and stuff like that. Now, the environment working inside the warehouse is going to be a little bit different than actually doing the delivery work. Yeah, you're still going to have to keep up. Yeah, you're still going to work a lot of hours. Yeah, you're still going to work whenever they tell you to work. And yeah, you still have to wait until you can become a regular before all of the benefits kick in. But it's all unionized. And I know they are working on getting people converted quicker over from assistant status or temporary status to a regular employee status. I haven't done a whole lot of follow-up on that, so because I've been kind of out of the loop with the post office for a while. But as far as I know, nothing like that has changed. So I guess, guys, what it comes down to more than anything else is actually taking a look at what you really want to get out of the job, what hours you want to work, what's your work-life balance going to be, what kind of pay do you need, and what are you willing to do, what are you willing to sacrifice for a job. And in the next video, I'm going to get more into what that sacrifice can mean, what it means to me, what my idea of a good work-life balance is, and moving forward from there. But I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole nother video, and this video has already run on long enough. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. If you do enjoy these videos, share them with friends. It just helps the algorithm, helps me get my videos out there and grow my audience. And also, if you like anything about motorcycles, keep in mind I do have a motorcycle channel. It's called Me and My Shadow. Go check it out. Other than that, guys, I'm going to sign out for now, get this posted. Y'all have a wonderful day. I want to thank you very much for watching Not Timmy 66. And leave a comment. Let me know, because I stressed a lot of opinions here today. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Take care. No matter what you do in life, guys, make it count. Not Timmy 66. I'm out for now.